Welcome to the adventures of Mariak Firmax, a character created in 1988 for tabletop role-playing games and later video games, and I'm going to share with you some of my adventures today. This is part of my ongoing building guide series. This is number 6. We're going to be talking about stairs today. Up next, spiral staircase. Okay, now the most complicated staircase. I was hoping not to do this next to water where I will fall and embarrass myself. Alright, so I'll show you how to do a spiral staircase. This is going to be convoluted. I've got this to work and stick 100% of the time. I've demonstrated that in Dorodelph. So bear with me. You're going to embed a set of stairs. Just pick a... Now I didn't put down a... this is my first piece. There's no floor here, so it's not on a grid. But you want to do that first. And then you're going to come over. And perpendicular... Oh, no, we want adamant. I love my adamant. In perpendicular, you're going to want to, hopefully this pillar will work for me. You're going to want to embed at the same height, so it'll click on the stair. Okay. All right, so what have you done? You've built the first set of stairs in your platform. The platform will help set the stairs. It'll also be the place you turn around on. Then you're going to embed your next set of stairs. It should snap into place. You want to get the edge of the stairs here as touching as you can. Nice like that, nice and tight. The bigger the pillar, the more you can embed, and you notice I lined it up with the edge. But as I'm looking at this, it's got to be pulled back a little more, so because you want the ends reasonably close. So let's pull that back. The bigger pillars is easier to do this too. So this gives us a smaller landing. We can increase that in the future in a minute. Just bear with me for a moment. All right, we're going to do the same thing again. Now it's normal that it pokes through a little bit, and there's nothing you can do about that. I've never done one on these pillars. Huh. This is hard. This is easier to do when you're on the ground, but I don't know what it's colliding with here. That's really odd. Okay, well, either way, that's the configuration you want to see. So it's 3 by 3. What is hitting into you? So it is interesting when you start doing this what you discover about the ready-made objects in the game. Some are incredibly supporting, and you'll have no problem using them. And others will present difficulties, to say the least. Oh, that did not click. Oh, that's really weird, guys. Look at that. All right, extended that landing a little bit. I needed to make this landing a little bigger. It was giving me a collision for no real explanation, so that is just weird. Notice I was using a cross brace, which I later removed to align properly. That's a trick I use a lot, because you can get something set and snapped into place and then remove it later. So for example, right there, see, I couldn't get one in there, but if I use a cross brace, which I'll later remove, I can get it to set. Now that's the right color. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Stupid. There we go. All right, see how I use the cross brace to set that one? Then you can build on it. So let's do that. But it is important to have a nice solid foundation. Spiral staircases are the most complicated, and I'm not going to lie, I have accidentally fallen to my death when you get high enough. Let's put a cross brace on there. Yeah. Some days the fight is certainly real. That should not be red, but okay. It won't matter in a moment. Now, if I did that right, now we're hitting that mysterious collision again. Wow. So you notice those first two were the perfect color. And that's what you want. Nothing but the solid color of green. Now on the last level, these were not green. These were orange for no apparent reason whatsoever. Oh. You're going to have to pick up all that stuff later. Ah, quit. And this just wash, rinses, and repeats. As long as you have a solid pillar that's made in the game, or one that you created, like the large adamant pillars, you can keep going and going and going, because every time you embed the adamant, you basically, unless the pillar is faulty and doesn't provide support, you can just keep going. Though this pillar, I've never built one here, this pillar is acting really odd. We were just green, now we're red. I have no idea what's happening. Oh! Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I'll do one more and then call it a day. I think people get the gist. It's not that hard, it's just getting the proper connections. Maybe filming this after to try to de-stress after a 12-hour workday was not a bright idea on my part. Though who am I kidding? I make mistakes and do that stuff all the time. Alright, last one. Notice the red ones I took out. Here we are, we're already pretty high up. See, 1, 2, 3.5 stories. And you can dress up the bottoms if you want. That's certainly doable. It is a little difficult to do, but you know, you can square them up like this. I've never found an instance of having too much support, for sure. Come on, snap in there. Yeah, I'm under siege. Anyway, you kind of get the picture. Where are they fighting?
We got orcs.
It'd be better if I was rested for this.
Ha, this one's done in.
Oh, got my timing off on that one. There you go, Cole. I got some combat for you. Cole's my grandson, by the way. Well, one of them, the 8-year-old. The other one's 3, so. Oh, I'm getting hit way too many times. Let's see how much damage they did. Yeah, a little bit. I let these things go a lot. Don't even bother. But you wanted a little bit of combat. So there is a spiral staircase. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video of the standard staircase configurations in real-world construction that can be replicated because we can't do 45-degree turns or true spirals. This is more like a stepped platform spiral, but it is around a central column, so that's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, this video is a little longer. I'm going to try doing some editing magic on it, and I hope you enjoyed.